I'm Doug from Global West, and today I decided to give you a short video on one of our suspension systems for 67 through 70 Mustangs. This particular kit right here is our street drag application. We actually make two others. We have a dedicated drag race coilover system, and then we have a road racing, handling, street, autocross package. It really combines all of that. It's got a different geometry curve. It's quite a unique kit. But today, like I said, we're going to be talking about this one. Now, this particular kit is designed for the guy who's into the drag racing, not a dedicated, drives it on the street, probably goes to the track 6 times a year, who knows, okay? It's actually driven probably 80% more on the street. So the geometry curve is pretty critical, what we have. The angles, the caster settings and stuff that we've addressed, there's several things that we've improved in this for that application. Now let me show you what comes in these kits. We have adjustable strut rods, tubular lower control arms, shock absorbers, single or double adjust, springs, coilover springs, helper springs. You've got a billet shock mount at the top, shock mount at the bottom. There's a special cover here, so you no longer have the shock tower shock mounting that's normally found up in the top, so it cleans up your engine compartment as well. We also give you a lockout kit for the lower eccentric. The eccentrics have a tendency to move. In our particular kit, you'll do all your alignment settings through the upper control arm. And the eccentric, by the way, is set up so that it's got multiple locations, so your camera will be set there. And then we have the outer shock mount here, the shock tower support. This has actually been raised because with the adjustable ride height that we have here, you can lower your Mustang quite a long ways. So we've raised the snubber here, and so that you can lower the vehicle without bottoming it out. And then the unique thing of all is the special upper control arm we do. That particular control arm has 3 degrees of positive caster built into it. We call it the +3 arm. Now, Mustangs, the upper control arms are the same for both sides in a standard application. Where these now, of course, you're going to have a right and left. Now, why did we do that? Since 1980, when we started working on Mustangs, all these years for racing and what have you, we've determined that 3 degrees of positive caster is optimum for these particular vehicles. In the past, what you've had to do to attain 3 degrees is you have to adjust your strut rod forward to try to get the caster in. Well, a lot of times you can get there. Sometimes you can't. What the biggest deterrent is the size of the tire. So in a drag racing environment, a lot of times you're running a tall tire. But when you try to get 3 degrees in there for positive caster, and you have a tall tire on there, it goes right into the fender. So you have to back the caster out in order for clearance. By putting 3 degrees in the upper control arm, you're already there. We no longer have to move that strut rod forward, pulling that tire into the fender. You actually can use the strut rod now for fine tuning. Maybe you want 4, you can still get there. But like I said, 3 degrees we've determined is pretty much optimum. Straight line stability is achieved. The tire stays in the center of the fender well. Camber is still achievable because we've done it through the upper arm. The eccentrics will handle the camber. It's a very clean system. These are called +3 upper control arms. They are standard in our coilover kits. So, what are the advantages in this particular application besides the +3? Spring rates. Any spring rate is available that you're going to require in 25-pound increments. So fine tuning is a breeze in respects to that. We recommend double adjustable shocks anytime you're going to do a 2-fold application. Basically street drag 2-fold. You can adjust the shocks for street. When you get to the track, you can readjust them and set them up for your best dampening for a drag race application. Without any, it's a 2-minute setup. It's so fast. It's definitely the way to do it. We don't really recommend single adjustable shock absorbers for this application if you're doing a 2-fold situation, because we found that the single we just run short of trying to get where we need to be. That's why I always recommend doubles. So for street drag applications in a coilover application, this system will give you everything you need to do and more.